the State Department for Housing and Urban Development, P.S. Kehinde. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the representatives of so many governments, I think more than we've ever had at our meetings before. Welcome to the AUHF board, and welcome to all of you. My name is Kesia Rust. I'm the Executive Director of the Center for Affordable Housing Finance in Africa, and we are the Secretariat for the AUHF. And this is my colleague, Beatrice Mwangi. Beatrice Mwangi is a research manager. Yes. Sorry, I've just taken over your role for at CAF and part of the AUHF Secretariat, and we will be your MCs for the next 2 days. Now, without any further ado, I'd like to welcome Kehinde Ogundimu, who is the chairperson of the African Union for Housing Finance and also the CEO of the Nigerian Mortgage Refinance Company. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. My remarks will be very brief today. I know I gave a very long remarks 2 days ago. The Principal Secretary, Mr. Charles Hinga, honorable ministers, heads of government delegation, distinguished delegates, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is with a deep sense of honor that I welcome you to this important annual conference of the African Union for Housing Finance. I extend special gratitude to the government of Kenya for hosting us and to our Kenyan partners and members for their steadfast commitment to bringing this event to life in Nairobi. Your presence at this conference is a testament to the shared commitment we all hold towards solving the challenges facing affordable housing on the continent. These 2 days mark a significant opportunity for us to come together and engage in meaningful dialogue on one of the most pressing issues of our time, blended finance for affordable housing. As many of us are aware, the demand for accessible housing solutions continues to grow, and the challenges around financing, affordability, regulation, and innovation demand our collective insight and action. This conference has been curated not just as a forum for discussion, but as a platform for knowledge sharing, collaboration, and solution building. Over the next 2 days, we will explore key topics ranging from innovative financing models and private partnerships to credit risk, digital tools, and inclusive strategies that ensure that no one is left behind. We are particularly proud to welcome a diverse panel of speakers and practitioners whose expertise will undoubtedly enrich our understanding and push the boundaries of what is possible in our field. On behalf of the Board of the African Union of Housing Finance, I encourage everyone to fully engage, ask questions, share experiences, challenge ideas, and above all, network with fellow delegates. Together, we have the opportunity to shape the future of housing finance in Africa in a way that is inclusive, resilient, and responsive to the needs of our various communities. Once again, thank you for being here, and I wish us all a productive, insightful, and inspiring conference. Karibu sana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kehinde. And now if I can please call Johnstone Oltetia, the CEO of the Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company, who is the treasurer of the African Union for Housing Finance.
Thank you, Kesia. I tell you, I have done so many welcome this week. And I'm still going to do some more. You know, I was telling myself, if welcomes were building blocks, we'll already be having a solid foundation for our housing finance, agenda. And the secretariat were telling me, you know what? And the secretariat, of course, also passed our guests, that I need to make my welcomes short. So apparently the guests are more welcome than the hosts. We are very privileged to have the PS, State Department for Housing and Urban Development of the Republic of Kenya, Mr. Charles Hinga, who is our chief guest this morning and actually the one who is going to open our conference. And so that I don't go off target, let me just read what I was told to read. The PS State Department for Housing and Urban Development, Mr. Charles Hinga, distinguished delegates, esteemed guests, colleagues, and friends, good morning. Good morning. It's a great honor and privilege to welcome you all to Nairobi. You've been in Nairobi, I think, since Sunday. So I'm sure you're already welcome. But I'm going to welcome you to this year's AUHF conference, which is a premier platform that continues to shape the housing finance landscape across our continent. Kenya is deeply privileged to host this gathering of leaders, policymakers, investors, and practitioners who share one vision: to make decent and affordable housing a reality for all Africans. Over the past few years, Kenya's affordable housing program has gained strong momentum under the government's commitment to provide dignified and affordable homes while creating jobs and stimulating inclusive growth. In fact, we are very, very privileged because the gentleman who is driving affordable housing in Kenya, and who I believe, if the history of affordable housing finance is written in Kenya, he will occupy all the chapters. You may have noticed that across the country, there are new housing projects that are rising. And here in Nairobi, the outlook speaks for itself. And you may have seen that yesterday during the site visits. The city is vibrant with construction activity, a visible testament to renewed confidence in our housing market and the growing demand for affordable and quality homes. A key enabler of this progress has been the Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company, the institution that I lead. KMRC has strengthened access to affordable home loans in Kenya. By supporting primary mortgage lenders with refinancing, KMRC has made it possible for many Kenyans, especially in the middle to lower income earners, to access homes at more sustainable rates, turning the dream of home ownership into a reality for thousands of families. We at KMRC pride ourselves for playing a catalytic role of transformation in Kenya's housing finance sector by spearheading innovative blended finance solutions that combine concessional credit and market-based funding, which is the bonds that we issue from time to time. And I think we had this conversation on Monday during the roundtable. As a result, we have refinanced more than 24 billion Kenya shillings in home loans, enabling local primary mortgage lenders to provide single-digit fixed rate mortgages with terms extending up to 25 years, an outcome that was out of reach until very recently. These achievements highlight Kenya's strong dedication to expanding affordable housing finance and set a powerful example in Africa. As we convene today, this conference gives us an invaluable opportunity to share lessons, challenge norms, and forge new partnerships to deepen housing finance markets across Africa. It's only through collaboration among governments, financiers, developers, and communities that we can bridge the housing gap and build, quite literally, the Africa we want. I invite us to approach this conversation not as a conference, but as a coalition of action, turning commitments into capital and capital into homes. In the end, it's not about how much we discuss, but how much we can deliver together for African families, cities, and their shared future. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure to invite the Principal Secretary for the State Department for Housing and Urban Development. And I said, as a passionate champion of affordable housing and sustainable urban transformation, to deliver the keynote address and officially open this year's AUHF conference. Please join me in welcoming the peer singer.